We'll see. Yo, HVAC repair guy, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Hi, Spirit. Yeah, I think my chat froze on that last one. Unless no one was saying anything, but I wasn't seeing it move, so. Figured I would try again. Queen! I wasn't seeing a live chat or top chat thing. I'll look for that. I don't see it right now on this vertical thing. I might have to go back downstairs then, huh? I don't even see 3 dots. I got a little arrow for this vertical thing. Alright, I don't know what icon that is. I'm not seeing a 3/4 square. I don't know. I just won't touch the fucking thing. I'll just leave it alone. Yeah, I don't know. I just assumed it was one of the joys of modern technology that it froze on my end. Yeah, I see you now. I figured shit like that works for POC. I could try it out. Oh, I'm gonna start a new stream. But I did it because I couldn't see the chat move, so. There he is, creeping in. Darkened up from before. Pots, what's up, buddy? Thanks, man. I try to keep it clean. I did get a handy dandy scooper. But, alright. We'll go back down to the angelfish. Try not to look at the phone and fall down the fucking stairs. I could breed them. I definitely have to set up a hatchery. What's up, Jorge? Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Yeah, there's the big black angelfish. These guys would probably be easier to breed. And his little girlfriend over there, he's getting a little defensive. They might be wanting some alone time. Ah, fucking Gourami just sped away. There he is. He was up front though. Yeah, he'll cruise all the way around and come up on the other side, but these guys like to stay still for the most part. Hi, Brooklyn babe. I'm looking at a different fish tank this time, at least right now. But yeah, this vine needs to be cut and probably propagated. I pulled probably 8 leaves off of it, 10 leaves that yellowed, and yeah, that thing needs a little help. Well, that's this guy with a bunch of other house plants in front of it. Trying to use the grow lights for those too. Keep them away from the air conditioner. Ah, there's the bristlenose pleco upside down. Can I zoom in? Yeah, I can. See the little bristles on his nose? Yeah. I got I don't know, about 8 different types of those, maybe more. But he don't usually let me see him. But there he is, just chilling out where I can see him. Makes me wonder where the other one is now. There's a lighter colored one too. Yeah, I like them too. They're really easy. My grandmother always had them. Where we bought our car, they have some that are at least as tall as I am. But in the pot, they're like 8 feet. The tops of them are 8 feet off the ground. They're in a humongous pot in the car dealership. It's all windows, so they get straight sun about half the day. They're massive. I don't have windows like that. I wish I did though. Yeah, these are some of the weirder snake plants I got, or mother-in-law's tongues. That's a starfish snake plant, and that one's called the samurai snake plant. Needs a little water, but yeah, that is a dwarf, I think, starfish. But yeah, we've got a few different kinds of those, different colors, patterns. But all the ones that were the same kind of shape, I just stuck in a big window box Keep them all together. A lot easier to water them all. I got to find another one and put the rest of them in there. This I got another cylindrical one. It's just a bunch of. It's like a regular snake plant, but they look like spikes instead of flat blades. And they will poke you, so I try to keep them away from where I got to move around a lot, because I've stabbed myself in the eye with them trying to water other plants. And they're sharp on the end. Very unexpected when you lean over to water a plant and something sharp stabs you right in the eye. But my only real plant friend was my mother-in-law, and then she moved in with us, so I really can't. Giving her plants is just moving them to a different room now. Well, I think the fucking chat froze again. What the fuck? Oof, I don't want the light on. Oh, okay. But yeah, I got way too many houseplants. Mainly because I got propagation happy for a while and just made a whole bunch from one. Did you catch Pac live last night, Queen? He went live at like 10 o'clock, 10:30. Maybe it was 11. I can't remember now. But it was late for him. I was surprised. Yeah, I've been missing some of the later streams because I've been just fucking falling asleep earlier than usual anyway. Yeah, sleep was my enemy when I was a kid, and then somewhere in high school it became my best friend. But yeah, sometimes it's like, there's nothing better than some good old sleep. Yeah. My girlfriend is counting the days until we start getting crazy hot weather again. It hasn't been bad. I think it's been maybe mid 80s here at the highest, and the humidity wasn't too bad. I mean, it was in the morning, but by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it was almost none. Yes, yeah. Entertaining company wears you out quick too. Yeah, BB, I remember. I remember coming home at 2 p.m. from the night before that started at 2 or 3 p.m. the previous day, and and then sleeping until 2 p.m. the following day. I wasted the whole fucking weekend because of one night. But that was the most needed sleep I had ever had in my life at that point. When I woke up, I needed lots and lots of water. Oh, yeah. When I used to work in Westchester, it's like a 2 hour drive to work. So I would get up at like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. And on the Friday night, I would go to bed with the thought in my head that I'll sleep until fucking noon. Nope. I sleep until 6 o'clock. And then I wake up like with wicked anxiety that I'm late for something. But yeah, that sucks. All-nighters were, yeah, very easy. Fucking keg parties in the woods. Yeah, I remember people getting lost, getting drunk and partying in the woods or out on the train track somewhere, and they walk off into the woods to take a piss, and they walk away from the campfire and get into thick bushes and can't see where the campfire is, and don't want to yell because they don't want to call, maybe any cops to come, so they just stand there until someone fucking finds them. My buddy Frank camping walked 50 feet away from his tent in the middle of the night and didn't remember where he was. I mean, we were drinking whiskey all night, but when I woke up in the morning, and it was early, it was like 5 in the morning, and I started the campfire burning. He comes walking out of the he comes walking out of the woods, shivering his ass off. It's just light, and it's foggy. And he comes out of the woods shivering, saying, "Thank God you're up, man. Thank God you're up." He's like, "I went off into the woods to take a leak last night, and I forgot where the tent was, so I just stood there because I didn't want to get lost." He was literally 50 feet away from his tent all night long. Probably stood there for 4 or 5 hours. I mean, I've woken up in strangers' backyards from house parties. I don't know how I got 3 houses down and across the street in someone else's backyard, but I've woken up in a couple of weird places. Yeah, I think he did. Frank was a trip though. He was probably in his mid-50s at that point, and just funny as fuck. I love that guy. But yeah, everyone went to sleep, and we sat there, finishing off the bottle, watching the campfire die. And I had the flashlight, so I shined him over to his tent, and I got in mine. And yeah, so I was the last person he saw before he had his little expedition, and then I was the first person he saw and I had fire for him when he got back. Frank was great. Yeah, I remember waking up. I remember sitting down in a chair in my yard and falling asleep. And I remember taking my hat off and putting my wallet and my Zippo and some other things in my hat and putting it underneath the seat of the chair on the ground. And I woke up in bed. I had no fucking idea how I got to bed, how I got in the house. I don't remember getting off the lawn. I barely remember because I don't remember leaving the bar and getting to my house, but I do remember walking across my lawn and sitting on the chair. But yeah, I woke up and I go outside and there's my hat with all my shit in it under the chair. Yeah. Yeah, I don't miss drinking really. Yeah, they were fun, but yeah, I couldn't handle that shit now. I would die sleeping on the ground or out in weather. My 24th birthday, I sat on a retaining wall in my backyard and I leaned back and fell into a hole the dog dug, and I just curled up and went to sleep there for a couple hours. I remember tripping when I was like 19 years old, and I didn't want to go in the house, and I felt hungry as hell, so I walked to town, which is about a mile and a half. I found a store open. I got something to eat and drink. I started walking to my uncle's house, and I ended up stealing a bicycle and riding it there. And about 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to knock on his door. He'd probably answer it with a shotgun. So I checked his car, and the passenger side door was unlocked. So I just sat in his car and ended up, by then I was way down off the acid and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, he was already gone in his truck. And I woke up and just walk in the house because that's how we do it. And my aunt almost shit her fucking pants because she heard the car door shut, but she didn't see a strange car in the yard. She didn't notice me earlier sleeping in the car. And then I just walk in the house. I'm lucky she didn't get the shotgun after I walked in. But she got a good laugh when I told her why I was sleeping in her car. Yeah. Oh, joy. Damn, it's not even 9 yet. pacing for? Okay, pen. I know you're not hungry. We definitely got to get another light over there. Oh. Oh boy. Well, old dog is up. She might need some help. Oh, joy of joys. Don't know if the chat froze again or not, but this is getting fucking ridiculous if it did. Hello? Is anybody out there? I think the chat froze again. Fucking great. No, okay. Yeah, I know. Okay. Nope. My dyslexics, yeah, see? Dyslexic ass, I found out how to hit, all messages. Now I know what Spirit meant by the 3/4 square. I'm a little bit slow. I'll catch on sooner or later. I see you guys now. Fuck's sakes. Yeah, I don't know. They probably are blue. Trying to keep us all on our toes. Yeah, the thing Spirit was telling me about was the one thing I didn't try the last time. It'll be the first thing I try from now on. What are you doing, Bella? Just walking around, tap dancing like Ginger Rogers? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, some people do talk too slow or too much. Some people just use too many words sometimes. Yeah, it's very annoying. I know how to fix it now, though. I feel better. Well, yeah, sometimes I'll just scroll and put like 10 or 12 videos in my watch later, and I only end up watching like 4 of them. I'm gonna have to try speeding it up from now on, Blue. I think that's some of the reason I've been crashing out earlier than usual. Uh, Allison's watching a series that she likes, and I put the earbud in and watched some kind of 2-hour historical documentary on YouTube and end up falling asleep in the first 15 minutes. No, I think, well, not anymore. I might have, I didn't really pay attention, but I think I might have when I first set it up. But I think I got used to it now, and now it's just kind of like white noise. Yo, Brian, what's up, bro? Thanks for stopping by, man. Just pointing the fucking camera at the gravel and the rocks. I'm probably gonna have to bring the old dog downstairs soon, so we'll go look at the angelfish. You're welcome, Johnny. Yeah, I gotta top it off a little bit. It quiets down a lot when it's, not half an inch low. Yeah, my girlfriend did complain about that for the first few days too, that she was peeing more, but she stopped after a couple days. I think it's just a matter of blocking it out. Yeah, I think so, but I could see where it'd make you have to pee. I know that when I feel like I gotta pee, I don't fuck around just in case. Like if I'm hanging out, especially because this is the noisiest filter. Like, because you'll be like, oh, I gotta pee, and then 10 minutes later, you really gotta pee. So, yeah, it uh, lets me know that I better not hold it. What you're doing, Bella? Why do you get stuck in the simplest corner? Crazy dog. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting older too, baby. Mine's starting to be like, you better not fuck around, Jack. All right, Bella. Come here. So, Bella, look, you're on YouTube. She's got wicked bad cataracts. She's back.
Oh.
All right, Bella. Yeah. See, this one's not quite so loud. You gotta really get on it. I need to clean the outside of that thing. Oh, look who's hanging out and not running away. Yep, now he's running away. Yeah. I'm wondering if these guys might not have eggs, maybe on the backside of that log. Oh, a lot better, Blue. I mean, I still put the brace on, but just like as an insurance policy. Yeah, I think these guys might have. No, can't see any reflecting off the back. They would stand out. I kind of like the 40 gallon on the floor, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, baby, it's definitely better safe than sorry. And I have been pushing my luck, cranking over the lawnmower and shit, but so far so good. I'll keep the brace on, and it's not so bad. If it starts to hurt, I just ice it. But yeah, it was like about 2 weeks of not being able to do pretty much fuck all with my right hand. Well, no, I cranked it a couple of times and then I inverted my grip. Instead of holding it with my left hand and cranking it with my right, I held it with my right and cranked it with my left. It was awkward as fuck, but the mower starts easy, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, it really sucks. I couldn't even brush my hair. I couldn't hold the brush and twist my wrist at the same time and maintain grip on the brush. Alley Cat had fun, I think, brushing my hair for that week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah, those are nice now too. They got some pretty powerful electric mowers. Weed eaters too. The battery powered weed eaters are much better than they used to be. But yeah, maintenance, changing the oil, cleaning the air filters, fucking changing the fuel filters and shit. Yeah, the gas ones are a lot more hassle than electric. Yo, Colt, what's up, bud? Yeah, my grass grows like crazy, and I didn't mow it for those 2 weeks, and I usually can't skip a week, man. And actually, I think I waited 3 weeks, and yeah, Jesus Christ. It's, I don't know how many different types of grass, but they all grow in separate kind of clumps in the yard. Some is thicker than others. Some is thinner, wispier grass. It's really weird. But yeah, we really don't have. I have one, Blue. We really don't have enough yard. I could push mow it in an hour, and it takes me. Actually, it took me about an hour and a half because I would have to get the push mower, and get closer to the house and places, and or just do a lot more weed eating. So I would run the push mower around the house as close as I could. Do another patch all the way out, and then I would mow it with the ride-on. But then I hit an axe that my stepson left in the middle of the yard and fucked up my mower deck. So I stopped using it, and I could just push mow it in a little bit less time. But it got so bad one time where it rained for the better part of a month, and I couldn't get my lawnmower through the grass, so I had to go borrow my uncle's brush hog. It's a little walk behind brush hog, like a 4-foot wide lawnmower. Yeah, I'm thinking about talking to Alley Cat about at least some of the shit. I can keep the gas mowers and shit just in case, but at least get the weed whacker. But yeah, a mower would be good, and they're quieter. They're a lot quieter. The quiet is a really nice feature too. Why do you come over, dude, looking at the surface? You really hungry still? No, you're just investigating what might be there. Yeah, I got a I got a gas powered one of those from my mother-in-law recently. I really don't need it, but I'm gonna. So, but the birds planted a couple of mulberries in our yard, and I'm gonna have to cut at least half of them down before they get any bigger. And then I gotta prune whatever I leave there because they're starting to get a little bit unruly. Good night, Queen. Thanks for stopping by, sweetie. Say goodnight to Johnny too if he's not still peeing. Yeah, that's the way to go. Invest in the tool and you can get spare batteries later on. Well, in about 15 or 20 minutes I'm gonna have to split because I lose the live if I try to drive in the car with you guys. Oh, absolutely, Blue. Read all of the reviews. Milwaukee used to be like the most expensive, but as far as I remember, my experience with them, they've always had really good construction tools, and their battery powered stuff. They were always innovating shit. I think they had the first like battery tester where you could push a button on the tool and show how much battery life was left. They, I believe, had the first full-size battery-powered circular saw, which was pretty badass because from before that they were only like a little 4-inch blade, and they had a full 7.5 or 8-inch saw. It was awesome. But yeah, Milwaukee is good stuff. I'm not sure if they're the most expensive anymore, but I know that a couple of YouTube channels that kind of go out of their way to show you alternatives to them. But I know their construction tools are awesome. Like when I started in construction when I was 20 years old, the boss had a 20-year-old Sawzall from Milwaukee, and that thing still worked like brand new. Nothing was hard to work on. Like you could change the blade easy. I mean, their stuff lasts as long as you don't abuse the shit out of it. But I do remember the guy that had the first full size lithium ion powered skill saw. His one bitch about the shit they made at Milwaukee was they didn't make at that point in time a compact right angle drill driver, and Rigid, which is the Home Depot company, basically does, and it's pretty fucking good. So he started buying more of their stuff and found out that they're not that bad. He said it's much better than the Ryobi shit, at least 15 years ago. Catfish is out and he's gone again. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go pick up my dog. Oh, that dog used to try to bite me every time I tried to pet her. And now I'm the only one she doesn't try to bite when she gets picked up. I think I won her over. Yeah, Bosch is really good shit too. If I could figure out how to do one on here, or I get StreamYards, but I don't know how that works on the phone. Or if you have one, I'll come up. I mean, you don't mind ugly people up there, I'll come up. Shit. Yeah, man, ugly people got nothing to lose, hippie. It's one of the pieces of advice that my grandpa gave me when I was a kid. He said, don't ever pick a fight with somebody uglier than you because they got less to lose. Yeah, I don't like getting anything online unless I absolutely have to. I'm kind of like a cash and carry kind of guy. Instant gratification is the way. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people that won't buy anything except Ryobi after they, somebody gifted them a set for Christmas or something. But yeah, and then they started buying more of their battery-powered stuff and all of their drills and drivers and battery tools were all Ryobi. But yeah, I always liked DeWalt and Makita. Yeah, man. I mean, shit, back in the day, Craftsman was the best goddamn warranty you could get on tools. Yeah. But as long as you know what you're getting, and usually you spend the money once, instead of buying the cheaper one and having it for 2 years. Yeah, yeah. You'll have $10,000 in one stand-up tool chest, though. But if they... Did you eat too fast, dog? Don't throw up on the floor. Hairball? Yeah, yeah. But they're supposed to be some of the best, but I've seen people break their shit too. But I guess you can just have it replaced. Well, I could tell you this, BB. He fucking trusts you with his life, because I don't know anybody with a toolbox full of Snap-on that'll just leave it in someone else's basement. Yeah, that'll get you puking, Blue. I remember when I was a kid, we used to dip chewing tobacco snuff and put it between your cheek and gum. And we were running, I think, for the bus. And we had to hop over a fence. And when I hopped over the fence, the wad of chewing tobacco came loose from between my cheek and gum. And when I hit the ground, it was a little bit of a taller fence than I was expecting. I ended up swallowing the whole wad of, tobacco. And yeah, it was instant regurgitation. Breakfast, the chew, I think the dinner from last night. Yeah, it was terrible. I started doing it again when I got older, and I moved to North Carolina, and it's so hot. I mean, even I was down there in like October and November, and it was so hot. I would sweat and put the cigarette right out, or ruin it and get it soaked. So I was dipping snuff, and at home I would have a bottle, like an empty soda bottle, and I wasn't thinking, and I put it down next to my cousin Nick's half or 3/4 of a bottle of Pepsi, and it looks kind of like Pepsi sitting there if you can't see the top of it. Well, he grabbed the wrong one, and it was about the same level of full, and he he went to take a sip and happened to smell what was in it. Yeah, he started gagging and almost threw up right there. I was lucky he didn't throw it on the floor, because that shit's spilling out. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, my grandpa used to use an old soup can. He chewed tobacco, and when he was in the house, he had it, like, I hated emptying that thing. It was so gross. But yeah, I haven't done that in a long, long time. Did you grab those? I think you did. Yep. And then swimming over into the dark side. Yeah, I wish the Gourami would come out and let me stay on him for a few minutes. Well, either one of the Gouramis. I got one up here too. They're both the same. I mean, this one's out. As soon as I put the phone down there, he'll probably move. Oh, he's hanging out. Cool. Yeah, it kind of seems like that. Yeah, move the phone. Scared the fish. They even came up and mean mugged the camera before. Yeah, he's conceited for sure, BB. Like, look at me, fuckers. Oh, he's gonna get mad if I don't keep him in frame. Yeah, he's an entertaining fish for sure. Yeah, I think he's cool as hell. He was not quite, he's about 1.5 inches, between 1.5 inches and 2 inches when I got him. And he's over 7 inches now, I would say. Or at least 7 inches. Yeah, he started scaring me for a little while. He's he's slowed up a little bit, and he eats a little bit less every time than he used to, by comparison, for his size. I mean, the little half-inch by half-inch cubes of frozen food I give him. Uh, I used to have to wait till it thawed and got soft, and he would suck the whole thing in, but it would take him forever to eat it. That's how he really got the name, because he was taking too much. And now he can eat the whole goddamn thing with no problem. Just suck it right in his mouth, frozen or not. They got a really big mouth. Yeah, they've definitely gotten longer. They were only about an inch and a half when I brought them home too, and they're all about 4 inches now. Yeah, I want to give them as much room as possible. I mean, I did it with the other fish. They're all pretty small, so I mean, they're good sized tanks. 40 gallons is pretty big. It's as wide as this one back to front, just a foot shorter and like 4 inch, or yeah, a foot shorter, and this one's like 4 inches taller. I think it's 16 inches tall by 18 inches wide by 3 feet long. But the one I want to get him is 2 feet longer than the one he's in. And if I can, I'll get one that's 6 inches wider also. I think that's a 135 or 150. But if I can get one that's 2 feet by 6 foot, I will. But at least 18 by 6 foot. Well, this is a 75-gallon fish tank, and for his estimated size, this is the bare minimum for him his whole life. So, I mean, he'll get too big for this, in my opinion, because I want to give him more room, but he could live in this his whole life at a bare minimum for space. But with no more fish, just because of the waste, I would have to have probably that 40-gallon as a sump. He couldn't go outside here. I mean, I could put him in a pond in the summer, but he's a tropical fish. He would definitely not survive the winter in a pond up here. He likes the water around 82. But you could get sturgeons and paddlefish, koi, stuff like that that'll overwinter in a pond up here. No. If that was the case, I could have kept him in the 20-gallon and not had to put him in something bigger, you know. But they can get stunted in something too small. So a fish that would normally grow, say, to a foot long, if you kept them in something too small, say that 2 foot by 12-inch tank, the 20-gallon, if I kept a fish that got half the length of that, he would probably only get 6 inches. It just, you want to give them room to be able to turn around comfortably. And in the wild, these fish get up to about 18 inches. So he could still turn around fairly comfortably with just the 18 inches if he gets, to be 12 or 14 or even 16. But I would like to get him something bigger. I could build him an indoor pond, but I don't know how Alley Cat would feel about that. And then any videos would be top down like that. But yeah, I think Allison wants to put a pond in the backyard at some point, at least just for some common goldfish, if not some low dollar koi from the pet store. We got raccoons and shit, so I don't want to go spending a whole lot of money on expensive fish for a pond that a raccoon might come eat the best ones out of. No, she likes looking at them too. She gives me shit for keeping stuff in front of the 40 gallon. But she would definitely fry them up if shit got that tight, bro. What's up, Steve? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah, I gotta head out though. I gotta go pick Alley Cat up. I can try and see if this will not cut out and make me lose you guys, but I don't know. I can't promise anything. I tried it the other day and it didn't work. But we can try. I'll be back. Okay. Just let the mother-in-law know I'm leaving. All right. Let's see if this will work. Mail can go on the back seat. Alright. Now, like I said, I don't know if I'll lose you guys. I probably fucking will before too long.